Another game for the Leafs, back-to-back games and back-to-back nights and very similar results. You know, you get the lead, you get that multi-goal lead, you squander it, and you find a way to come back and win the game. 6-4 winners tonight over the Seattle Kraken, as you should have been. And with the win, the Leafs now jump to 37-16-4, and I gotta say one thing, this jersey is now 2-0. Now, have the games been good? No. But you've won both, and I'll take it. Like I mentioned, was this a pretty contest of the Leafs' picturesque, perfect game? No, not at all. Jack Campbell back in the net tonight, and I don't think he was like all that great. Albeit though, two of their goals at least were on 2-on-1s against defensive breakdowns. One was a shorty, the other one Lyubushkin got lost. We'll talk about that in a bit. But let's start right at the beginning. First period, Leafs get a power play early, and this was a theme throughout the game. And Willie Nylander gets it was puck up high to Morgan Rielly, who goes over to Nylander, and Austin Matthews kind of curling around the circle on the other side. Nylander finds the pass across, and as Grubauer was sliding across, instead of Austin Matthews going that low, short side corner like he loves to shoot, Grubauer's going all the way across, and he beats him 5-hole for goal number 41 on the year. Power play goal. Nylander, Rielly grab assists on it at 3:18 of the first period. The boys are they're out in front early. It's exactly what you want. Then, just over 2 minutes after that, was it Carson Soucy fires the puck on. Like it was more or less going for that kind of slap pass, but it hits a body in front. Jack Campbell's sliding kind of, up to the front of his crease and out of his crease and gets back into position. But Soucy gets the rebound, and I gotta say, that shot from a defenseman was a damn nice one because he goes right underneath the bar, but Jack Campbell's already down and out. He's already, because where does he end, right? He ends right in the butterfly. And it's way up over him. So a tough shot. I mean, again, you can blame Jack if you want. But either way, it's a 1-1 hockey game. Not long after that, though, just over 4 minutes after. And the team's just trading goals at this point. Beautiful pass from TJ Brody up to Pierre Engvall at the blue line. And it was a quick decision for Pierre Engvall, and it was a smart one, as he tapped it to the middle of the ice, because in comes a shrinking John Tavares. And he has a nice little subtle forehand to the back, or is it the backhand right to the forehand, but he kind of slowed down, right? He got close, slowed down a tad. Grubauer goes down into all-out spread eagle, and I'm like, this guy, what are you doing? Tavares just fires it in, pass, and gets it up over top of him, and the Leafs are back in front 2-1. JT's now got a couple goals in as many games. Engvall and Brody grab assist in the goal at 9:55, and the boys are back out in front. It's 2-1 after one period of play. Okay, so let's recap the first. You got the 2 goals. You got the lead, and Jack Campbell only allowed 1 goal and 11 shots. Okay, a pretty good period to this point. Then in the second period, 5 minutes in, on the power play, Willie Nylander from a kind of a rough angle fires it on, and it beats Grubauer. Whether it was a screen in front, whether JT got a piece of it, they gave it to Nylander, so he must not have. And the Leafs now have a 3-1 lead. Kasha and Brody grabbed the assist at 5:14 of the second period. And the boys got a 3-1 lead. Now, every Leaf fan sitting here like, that's cute. Because the Leafs had a 3-1 lead yesterday and squandered that. So we ain't getting excited yet. And you were damn right not to. Because Alex Wenberg scores at 9:20. And on this goal, look, I like what Lyubushkin has done for this Leaf team to this point. However, he forces the puck goes to the blue line to Jordan Eberle, who is not moving. He is stagnant. The skates aren't moving. He's just standing there. And Lyubushkin goes up the forecheck. Meanwhile, 2 guys are crashing the zone. So that's the one quick pass across the ice. And it must have been Alex Wenberg going right to the net. It's a short 2-on-1. I believe it was Brody who was back. Tries to sprawl out to kind of block the pass. Nice dish to Wenberg to the back of the net. Lyubushkin gets caught there. If Eberle ain't moving his feet, he's not going to kill you. He's not going to beat you. So I don't know why. I really not too sure why he pinched up to Jordan Eberle, because If you weren't laying the body on the guy or going for the puck like that, I'm not really sure what that was all about. He gets caught. It's a 3-2 game. Jack Campbell, as much as, it's a 2-on-1 against, the effort wasn't there, right? Like, you watch the play, and he was taking all shot, as you're supposed to as a goalie, right? You're supposed to take the shooter. The defenseman is supposed to take the guy, the passing lane to block the pass to the other guy. Obviously, the pass did not get blocked across, but the effort to go across the ice to make the save from Jack just wasn't there. He just kind of stuck the leg out like, if it hits it, it hits it, I don't know. I don't know what you guys thought about that, but either way, it's 2-on-1 against. You can't really blame the goaltender. As much as you want to save, it didn't. You can't full-on put the blame. Then, not even 3 minutes after that, Leafs on the power play. You're looking at another goal, get that lead back up to 2 goals. Nylander passes it back to the point. He got turned over, and out comes Seattle on a 2-on-1. And it's finished off by Blackwell. Again, cross seam feed to Blackwell, to the back of the net. Jack's not happy. And guys, look, I love Jack. We all love him dearly. Soupy, we know it. And we've been behind him all the time. And watching him going through what he's going through right now and the emotions going through him, it's tough. Because after that goal, you saw him just kind of lie there, head down in the ice. And I'm like, that is not a confident guy right there. And that is scary as all heck. Because now, first off, it's scary because you have a goalie in net that is just not feeling himself. And neither goalie is feeling himself, really. And then the pressure, the trade deadline, all this stuff, Jack Campbell's probably mind swirling like crazy. And he's a guy that puts so much blame on himself that it's just not a pretty sight. It really isn't. And we had a tied 3-3 game and just give up a shorthanded goal. So again, Leaf fans were not excited with the 3-1 lead. And I don't blame them because you squandered another one. And it's a 3-3 game going into the third period. Shots on goal were 11-10 in favor of the Leafs in the period, but you got outscored 2-1. And in the third period, less than 6 minutes in, a point shot goes in. And initially they thought it was just clean, and they gave the goal to Jaden Schwartz. It must have got tipped, but people are like, well, it got deflected. Jack Campbell, I understand it. It's fine. He's off the hook. But if you watch the replay, and especially the shot from the point, right, where you can see the lane of the puck going in, it didn't redirect too much. It didn't move a ton. It's not one of those ones where, it's going about chest high, and then it goes right down. No, or none of that nonsense. It maybe moved about that much. So it's really a point shot that just kind of beat him. And it's like, damn, Jack, that's not good. And now the Leafs are trailing 4-3 to the Kraken. One of the worst teams in the NHL in goals for. One of the worst teams in goals against. Power play, penalty kill, all that stuff is terrible for Seattle. And somehow you are losing now 4-3. Under 4 minutes after that, though. Mitch Marner gets up to Michael Bunting at the blue line, and he enters the zone with Austin Matthews, and a hard-working play to get the pass over to Matthews from Bunting. And it's kind of a rough pass, but you know what? It's not like he had total possession. There's a guy hounding him. And he ends up getting it over to Matthews, but Austin Matthews has to reach behind him to get it. Gets it, gets to his forehand, right? And I believe this was this play. And he beats... that might have actually been, no, that wasn't the first goal. That was that goal. And the Leafs have now tied it at 4. 9:03 into the third period. Marner and Bunting grab assists on the goal. I think I'm right with that. Either way, we're tied at 4, and every Leaf fan's like, thank you! Voice was cracked there. I don't know what happened there. But we're all thinking, thank God. Obviously it's not to tie games. It's still not great, but at least you're not trailing to the Kraken in the third period. You've bounced back. You've bent, but not broken, even though you kind of broke when you were down a goal. But it didn't last long, and you tied the game up. A mere 40 seconds after that, Leafs get another power play off the ensuing draw. Tavares back to Mitch Marner. The patience, and he looks for the screen in front, and there's two guys, two Seattle Kraken, standing right in the shot lane of Philip Grubauer. And Marner fires it more or less along the ice, and it beats Grubauer, and he looks up like, what am I supposed to do? I can't see squat. I have two big lugs standing in front of me. Marner gets all jacked up, goes over to the stands. He's pumped. The Leafs got the lead back. It's now 5-4. Brilliant stuff. Now, Tavares grabs the lone assist there at 9:43 of the third period. And then with, 42 seconds left, Timothy Liljegren to Austin Matthews to the back of the net. Hat trick for Austin Matthews, goal number 43 on the season. And the Leafs ice this one. It's now 6-4. And Austin Matthews with his, I believe it's his 6th career hat trick. And the Leafs are now 37-16-4. They've won 2 straight games in very similar fashion. Not pretty. Shots on goal in the game are 32-30 in favor of the Leafs. Shots on goal in the third period were 10-9 in favor of the Leafs. Special teams was a huge part to the victory for the Leafs tonight. They were 0 for 3 on their power plays, and they did score a shorty. However, the Leafs had 6 opportunities, and they scored on 3 of them. They were 3 of 6 on the power play. Really made them pay for their mistakes in this one. Now, Jack Campbell, 4 goals on 30 shots. I got to admit, I wasn't really, in tune with the game a whole lot. I was very, very busy tonight. But stats-wise, not pretty. 4 on 30 shots. I did back up Mrazek last night because I watched it in depth. So for Jack, still not the greatest game stat line. Like for Mrazek, yeah, it looks okay, but stat line not great. Here, same type of deal. And I'm like, Jack, you got to give your team a chance to win, pal. And it's kind of hard right now when you're allowing so many goals because the Leafs continue to allow 4 or more goals. And it's great when you score 6. When you're playing 2 of the worst defensive teams in the NHL, you damn near better score 5 and 6 goals a night. And they've done that the last few games, and that's great. But when you play a team like Tampa or Boston or teams like, you won't be able to do that. And if you're allowing 4 or 5 goals a night, good luck trying to win those games. Now, key guys in the game, Austin Matthews, obviously the 3 goals. Mike Marner with a goal and assist. John Tavares with a goal and assist. Willie Nylander with a goal and assist. And TJ Brody had 2 assists in the game today. The goaltending question is still a massive one in Leafland, and as the trade deadline gets closer and closer, I don't know what happens because getting a goalie at the trade deadline is obviously a big thing, but how often have you seen goalies get traded to contending teams at deadlines and it actually work? It just doesn't. I don't know how I feel about it, but you know what? The way Mrazek, the way Campbell are playing, you got to do something. Like if you're going out there and getting a JT Miller or going out there for a defenseman, it's great and all, but if you can't keep the puck out of the net, you can't get it safe from your goalie, I don't care who's going to be in front. Now, the odd man rushes tonight, abysmal, right? You can't allow that if you're the defense, and I don't mean just forwards. It's defensive hockey from player 1 on the ice to player 5, not including the goaltender. So you got to figure it out. Now, the next game, and here we go, it's the same type of deal as the Seattle Kraken. On Thursday, you welcome in the Arizona Coyotes. Now, Arizona has been scoring at will the last few games. I believe they've won now 3 straight games, but I do not care. You got to allow this team to come into your barn and beat them down. They are statistically, well, maybe it's Montreal, but they're in the bottom 2 of the NHL in the worst standings in the league. You welcome in Arizona on Thursday. You better win that game. I know it's going to be that Vizmelka guy in net who stymied the Leafs in Arizona when we lost 1-0. He'll probably be in the cage. You got to find a way. All right? And it would be great to see either Jack or Mrazek or whoever the heck's in net for that game play a solid game, have a good stat line, look calm, cool, and collected. The boys go out there, score a ton, and win a damn game. Wouldn't that be nice? We'll have to see how it all plays out, though, on Thursday night. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed the game this evening, because, hey, if you went to the game we went to Columbus, but there was a lot of Leaf fans down there, and you like these games because they're definitely entertaining. The people that paid their money for it, you're getting entertaining hockey. Is it pretty? Is it playoff worthy? No, but it's entertaining for the people who show up, all right? Like that button if you guys enjoyed this one. Hit the subscribe button. You guys not already. Comment down below thoughts on the video, thoughts on the game. Would you like, would you not like from today's game day for the Toronto Maple Leafs? The Twitter link is down below, so follow up, send me a DM to that great stuff. The Instagram link is also down below, so follow up there if you guys have not done so already. And I will talk to you guys, Raptors edition. Here we go. Tomorrow night in San Antonio, a possible Fred VanVleet being back in the lineup. And please, God, wouldn't that be nice? But I'm hoping he's healthy as the Raptors are in San Antonio against the Spurs. I believe it's an 8:30 tip-off there. And as for the Toronto Maple Leafs, they welcome in the Arizona Coyotes to town on Thursday night, 7 p.m. puck drop there. Much needed game for the Buds on Thursday. You win that game, you'll have won 3 straight, and wouldn't it be nice to put a nice win streak together with maybe some good play in that game? And no matter what, it's a team you gotta beat. Period. All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and the game tonight. We'll talk to you guys then.